Charlie Piggott had one present in mind when he knew his parish's favourite man of the cloth was leaving. He went straight to his shed and started crafting a crozier, the symbolic staff of the bishop. For the former Archdeacon of Lewes and Hastings, the Right Reverend Nicholas Reed, is moving up the ecclesiastical ladder to become the Bishop of Blackburn. The pensioner had only 3 months to complete it, as the new bishop's enthronement is at the end of the week.
It's been very time-consuming, and at times very anxious. Been very anxious that this is going to dry in time, that bit's going to stay where it's put, that the turning, that the piece won't fly off with a hidden shake in the wood and things like that.
And the crozier truly is a local gift from local people. Charlie Piggott collected all the wood from the church at Peasmarsh and painted on the crozier symbols of both Peasmarsh Church and neighbouring Beckley.
We're doing it from the whole lot of us, from the family of people. I mean, I've been to the schools with it, and the children are enthralled, and we talked about the shepherds and the crooks, and some of these children, one little boy said, "We've got one hanging up in our kitchen because my dad's a shepherd."
Both parishes want to thank a very special archdeacon. Charlie will be in Blackburn to hand it over.
Full of tears, I'm afraid. I'm a silly old devil sometimes, but he will like it. "Hello, Charles," he'll say. I know he will. "Hello, Charles." Yes, I shall enjoy it.
The former carpenter has made a crozier before for the millennium, which was presented to the Archbishop of Canterbury. He swears this will be his last, but no one in East Sussex quite believes he's ready to down tools just yet. Suzanne Doyle in Peasmarsh for Meridian Tonight.
Just turn slightly that way. Okay, on it goes.
All right?
Yeah.
And also the apron. All right?
Okay, yeah, go for that. I think what, and then turn to whatever you've got to do.
Yeah.
Here we go. Suzanne, just see at the door.
All right.
Just turn that in your hand again as you did, and then start up after.
All right.
Yeah. What?
My fence in there.
Yes, no, you've moved, you can just do it, whatever you have to do.
Right, that gives me something to work with.
Okay, carry on.
Right.
Okay, carry on. Ian.
Right. Between there and there. Yeah. I'll put a couple of marks on here.
Yeah, don't say anything there.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
I mark these down. I can see it then as I say.
Do you want to put that down and then come up and pretend to do it again?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, and then do that sharpening. Here we go.
I'll get a pencil.
Just very, very lightly. Just do that once more for me, please. Just very lightly. Okay. That's fine. When you're finished, you can just carry on with whatever you've got to carry on with.
You want me doing it? Glass paper.
Yeah, that's all right, then. piece of glass paper, only for a few seconds. And then you can stop. That's fine, okay.
What shall I do?
Wrong.
Wish I could. Charlie, tell me how difficult it is to make the crozier that you've made the bishop.
To make a crozier, you've got to have faith that it's going to turn out right for a start. It's only a one-off shot. Invariably, you've only got the timber in stock or can find only just one of what you want. I do that for guidance. Sometimes I don't get it. But this last one, it really has worked well. Knowing personally the chap who's going to get it, for a start, is a big asset. The fact that our church is a little family, and everybody fell in love with the other one I'd done, the big one which was received by the Archbishop of Canterbury, and it's sort of gone from there. I've had freelance with this one to do my own design, which has pleased me. I wouldn't say it's been difficult. It's been very time consuming, and at times very anxious. Been very anxious that this is going to dry in time, that bit's going to stay where it's put, that the turning that a piece won't fly off with a hidden shake in the wood and things like that.
And you took 3 months to do it. I mean, was that
I had
solid work
3
every
months
day?
to do it in. I would rather have had 6 months, but I've done it in the 3 months, mainly because certain parts of it I had in stock, like the actual stick. And in truth, the only piece I had a panic of finding was the actual crook, which is ivy. Now, you find a piece of ivy that is thick enough and roughly the shape that you want a crook. And so then you strip the bark off while it's green, and put it away in the dark and let it dry steadily in the dark. Well, ideally it wants nearly a 12 months. This has had 2 months. And what I've done, I've cheated. Every now and again I've brought it out of the dark, wrapped it up and laid it in the airing cupboard for a day. No more, otherwise it would split and put it back. And then I put a facet on it, a flat face, and designed the crook and carved it from there. But ivy is particularly strange wood. It's got the normal grains of an ordinary wood, but if you've got a straight piece and try to steam it and bend it, it would part laterally. It wouldn't crack that way, it would part laterally. So on the bend it would just part itself. So you've literally got to have a piece that's already grown in the bend so that you can make it. The crook is the absolute key. Once you've got the crook, the rest follows.
Now, the Right Reverend Nicholas Reed, you know, don't you, personally?
I know him personally.
Just ask the question again. Here we are.
The Right Reverend Nicholas Reed, you know well, don't you? So how did you feel about making this? Was it a bit of a labour of love to make it for him?
An honour. A great honour, because he has been a really good archdeacon. He's fulfilled his post to the extent and over the top. He has helped our parish. We are now a double parish. He has helped us and guided us with as well as anybody ever could. We're so very pleased that he is going up in the ladder, that he's been made a bishop.
And when you present this crozier to him on Friday, how will you feel?
Full of tears, I'm afraid. I'm a silly old devil sometimes, but he will like it. Hello, Charles, he'll say. I know he will. Hello, Charles. Yes, I shall enjoy it. It's a long journey up there. I don't travel well. I've got aches and pains because I'm old, but I shall enjoy it.
And
Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, I'm right.
just how local a tribute is this?
Sorry, come again.
Again. It's very sharp.
Tribute is this? So I want to know how local a tribute this is to the new bishop.
This is a tribute from the people who use both churches, whether it be only for weddings and christenings or otherwise. They're still members of the big family. And the two parishes together now, making the one parish. We share the one priest. We have 4 church wardens, 2 for each. But there's no crossing. We are one. Our parochial church council meetings are held combined. So everything, the money part. Don't say that.
No. So can I just also say you collected the materials to make it? Tell me how you actually collected this wood and everything.
The ivy on my hands and knees in a rather wet ditch underneath an oak tree, trying to find out where the curve ended on a piece of ivy that went up the oak tree. I then sawed it out, and immediately it sprang out where it was under strain. But that was the big piece. The yew, that nice piece of yew on the top, there's another piece of yew, but it's got a crack in it. You see, look at the lovely colour in the middle. You see, that came from the same piece of wood as that. Here's another holly stick, which will be a walking stick one day for somebody, or a walking pole, which I was going to use on the crozier and then realised it wasn't quite big enough. Unfortunately, I had one which was a bit bigger but was bent. So that is why the piece is in the middle, because I cut it and twisted it to take out the bend and put a ferrule piece in of that ash that I showed.
And how much do you enjoy making the crochet?
Oh, immensely. The satisfaction, I can't describe the full satisfaction of it. The main thing is that we're doing it from the whole lot of us, from the family of people. I mean, I've been to the school with it, and the children are enthralled, and we talked about the shepherds and the crooks, and some of these children, one little boy said, "We've got one hanging up in our kitchen because my dad's a shepherd." And it all connects. It's a wonderful thing. I'm extremely fortunate to live where I do, with who I do. There's no two ways about that.
That's great. Thank you very much. That's fabulous.
Can I just show you something else?
Yeah.
Off you go then. Actually, just relax.
I should have to wipe this off again. So thin coats are the order of the day.
Here you go. Right then.
Charlie, it took you 3 months to actually finish it. How do you feel now it's completed?
Elated, somewhat deflated, but exceedingly pleased.
And during making it, did you ever think you'd get it finished in time?
Oh, I knew I'd get it finished, but I didn't think it would be as good as this. I'm so pleased with it, I really am.
That's really great. Thank you very much. That's
Very
fabulous.
good.
It's really lovely, actually.
Mm.